Good afternoon, off the bench sports family. Man, I'm kind of back. Just still trying to recover. Um, Me, my siblings, and my family, friends, and loved ones would like to first thank everyone for the love and support shown to my dad as we lay him to rest. Um, and so again, thank you. And I'm coming back, y'all. I'm coming back. I promise I'm coming back real soon. Um, man, uh, I think when we first met, I think I threatened to left, right, left, but then we chose peace. I'm glad we chose peace. I've gotten to see her grow up as a young lady hooper, and man, has her game flourished. But I still might challenge her again, y'all know left, right, left, right, left, right. Hey guys, please help me welcome my girl. Uh, I'm just bringing her in, man, because that's who I am. Hi, welcome. What's up, Jay? Oh, I'm sorry. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jermesha Frierson. I'm a point guard from Southwood Lady Cowboys basketball team, and I'm class of 2023.
And you are also a
Hey, what?
Northwestern
Oh,
State
yeah, I'm an
commit.
incoming Northwestern Lady Demon. Go Demons.
Okay, she got the pitchfork. I don't know if I like that, man. I don't like those demons, man. I'm scared of demons. I'm scared of demons. Hey, welcome though, man. Hey, I owe you an apology. I owe you an apology, and I'm gonna give it to you right now because that's just who I am. I thought we had did an interview before, and you deserved one maybe a year or so ago. Somebody crunching. Um, you deserved one, and so I apologize for not being in the right place at the right time to show you the love and respect that you've earned. Let's start from the beginning. And for me, the beginning was your sophomore year. Um, you guys were you guys were just getting a new coach in Kendrick Golat. Um, you kind of knew about Coach G. He was the assistant coach your freshman year. What was your thoughts on Coach G getting the full time position and in the crosshairs of you really saying, "Hey, this is who I am right now, and I need to be receptive to my new coach and what he's bringing in for us to do." What was that like for you?
Um, the choice. What made the choice easier was I had played for him my freshman year on JV because like everybody knows that I was ineligible to play varsity. So JV I had already started playing with him, and you know, it kind of felt the same going to sophomore year playing with him because I already know how he coach. He's a fast paced coach. He likes to press. So it made the process and the thought easier. And for him to be on Southwood staff for a minute and he was the assistant coach, it made the process easier for everyone to know to pick him to just move one step ahead. So it really wasn't a hard thought or a hard process, and it felt like the right thing to do because he was the second option always. You had the head coach, the assistant. He was the second option always. So now it feels right to make him the head coach and we're already comfortable with somebody.
Right, right. Great answer. Really great answer. You studied that answer, seemed like. You wrote that down somewhere?
No.
Nah, just joking, Jay. Just joking. So, how comfortable were you with yourself as a lady hooper? Your sophomore year again, coming in with a new coach,
Um,
and you were gonna have to be one of the people to try to. I can't remember his name, but he was a state championship coach. Uh,
Steve McDowell.
yeah, had done a lot of great things for for basketball at Southwood in his time and tenure there. And so coming into your sophomore year, what kind of player did you think you were?
I would say I'm gonna be completely honest. It's not really hard to describe, but I can't really find a word. But I was more of a player who wasn't ready, you know.
Hmm.
So like for it to be my sophomore year, yeah, I'm a sophomore, but that was my first year playing varsity, and there were a lot of people depending on me, and the
Right.
pressure was just there. Like everybody was waiting. They were waiting on me to come back, and they were, oh, Jermesha, she's back now. This is her year. A lot of people were saying that, and it was my first year of real 5A basketball on varsity. So it wasn't what other people expected, but it wasn't bad. It showed people that okay, I got my first year really my real first year out the way. Now next year and the year after that, just expect a dog. So now my sophomore year, I would just say I was in an unprepared hard worker. I say that because although I was unprepared, I still got on the court and I still fought out on the court. Didn't know what to do, but I still tried. So yeah,
How much did your speed help you as a sophomore
it
to become more comfortable within the game?
it helped a lot because in 5A, and it's not just 5A in Shreveport. It's 5A. In 5A, you have teams down in the South. You play teams down in the South, it's completely different. So them girls, them girls like to get up and down the court. Them girls like the press. They play like us. So if we're a team that like the press, we have to be able to take the press. Like we have to be able to break it. So me being fast, that helped a lot. It helped me stay with the girls. No girls just really beat me. I can chase them down, pressing. I can go from one end to another end. So that's just for any player. Speed helps in basketball in general. So the speed was just like probably like one of the top three things that I needed up in my sophomore year.
Say, you you sound more and more like you ready to be a high school coach right now. Again, talking to you pre and talking to you now, you're saying stuff that most girls don't say. Like you are absolutely correct when you say to be able to when you are a team that presses a lot, you have to be able to accept the press as well and know all the cuts and shortcuts to stay comfortable while being pressed in a pressure defensive situation. How hard was it for you and the adjustment for playing the 5A basketball game in Northwest Louisiana?
Um, it really wasn't. I wouldn't say it was too hard, but it wasn't easy. You get on the court, you play against girls that die for the ball. You playing against 6'1" girls, 6'1" and up girls. So you're not gonna be able to go to the goal easy. You gotta These girls play aggressive defense. These girls are physical. It wasn't easy, but the more work you put in, the more it helped. So you could be in the gym. Them 5 hours you in the gym, that's helping with the 36 minutes that's on the court. 36 minutes ain't none compared to 5 hours. But you got to think about the girls you got to play with. You got to play at a certain pace. You got to be under control. So what you working on in them 5 hours that can help you adjust and get you prepared for the 36 minutes that you're gonna have to fight, dive, everything. Like it just a lot that comes with it, but it's not gonna be easy. Trust me, like that just transitioning from middle school over to high school, that's not easy. So playing 5A basketball against girls, these not just regular girls, these are girls that's ranked now. You're playing against girls that's ranked in your class. I'm playing against the number one girl in the nation. So it's not easy. Like in middle
Fact.
school, you don't gotta worry about waking up trying to get better because you playing against the number one girl in the nation. In middle school, you gotta worry about that. Once you get to high school, you got bigger and better talent. So you're gonna have to be prepared for it, and you're gonna have to be able to accept what comes with it. But it's not gonna be easy. But how you answer to it determines how hard it's gonna be.
Facts. Again, facts. You're spot on. And I probably wasn't gonna bring her up, but since you did, what has your experiences been like in competing with Markayla, and what did you learn from her
Um,
on the court and watching her on the U.S. Women's National Team?
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That girl, they a dog. Like she's a dog, and it's like every time I went against her, yeah, we lost. But I got one more year to prove to her that well, I'm not gonna go down without a fight. Like you knocked me down last year, my sophomore. I only played against her 2 times. Well, 4 times, 3 times I think. Yeah, 3 times because we got knocked down for cope in my sophomore year. But um sophomore year we played against them. Oh, we played against them 2 times. I'm trying to think. We played against them 2 times because we played them in the playoffs, and we didn't really lose bad. I think in the playoffs we lost by 8. So it's 0-4 right now, and I'm not ashamed to say that because that girl there, it's hard to keep up with her. For one, she has a reputation that she has to live up to, so she's not gonna let anyone ruin her reputation. So
And
she's
she
gonna give
couldn't.
her all every game she plays. She's gonna make sure she holds her average up. She's gonna make sure that she show these people that what they saying about her is true. She's actually the number one girl in the nation in our class. So she's not it's not gonna be easy playing against her, but what I learned playing against her is no matter how many times you get knocked down or how many times you lose, get back up. Cause regardless of how many times you lose, how many times you get back up, that's what earns your respect. And
Fact.
like I said, she's a dog. But I'm gonna work on myself and prepare. Really the only game, well, I ain't gonna say I'm prepared for all the games, but my most game that I'm like most preparing for or whatever, like I'm getting ready for is the Parkway game though. The two Parkway games we have to play because it's not that I'm trying to prove to other people, it's just I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with how we done played against her the last 2 years. That's no. I'm not gonna lose. We gonna be 1-1 this year. Best believe that. We're gonna be 1-1 or something because I'm nah.
You
But
know
I
what
ain't
this
got
is,
no
right? You
high
know what
five.
this is, right? Yeah. I
Like
love
I
that energy,
don't get me
man.
wrong. She's a great player, and I give her props for everything because she has worked to where she's gotten now. So she deserves everything that she's getting. But I just need her to know it's not gonna go down without a fight.
Say, I heard this on the grapevine, and I just heard this on the grapevine because the grapevine passed right by my front door. Grapevine passed right by my front door. Uh, I heard this through the grapevine that out of all the teams in the Northwest Louisiana region, that you guys were the game that Parkway was looking forward to competing against, and so that says a lot about what you guys have done at Southwood and they obviously respect you guys as well. What's your why?
I think it's because the whole team, they contributed to it, but the whole game was really between her first five, and Southwood first five.
No,
And
no, no, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's your why as to why do you love
oh
basketball so much?
my why? I it's like I didn't really develop the love until I started playing for a school, but before I even tried out for a school, me and my neighbors, we would go. I would go to my next door neighbors or whatever, and we would play at the goal that they have outside in their backyard, and it was just always fun. And like as time just went on, and I think third grade they had basketball tryouts, and I'm like, okay, it's fun outside. What about in an actual game? Like I want to have an in-game experience, and it's ever since then I just fell in love with it. Like it kept me out of trouble. It kept me active. It taught me so many things in life. It made me understand that I'm a person and I can have a career in this. I can have a positive career and somewhere, and I can be somewhere in life with this. And it just made me just take an outlook on a lot of things, and it matured me very, very fast. Like my IQ for basketball, it matured quicker than I thought it would. So it just helped me all around. And it also it gave my family a reason, especially my dad and my mom. My dad, um, now to support me, he, if I could just call him a business manager, like he's my father and business manager. Everything goes through him. So it's like him, my trainer, Coach Wilford. It's just a lot of people that I met throughout this process. It made me closer to a lot of people, and I'm grateful for that because I met a lot of people that means a lot to me now. So it
I-
just
I'm,
has a
I'm,
lot
I'm,
of goals.
I'm so glad you're speaking so highly of me.
You too,
Uh,
you too.
so when you look at this thing called basketball, you say you started out playing at your neighbor's house. Were you on in the dirt or on concrete? I can't see Jay Fry playing in somebody's backyard. You started off in the dirt.
I start off in both. Like sometimes it'll be in the dirt, and then other days we'll be on the concrete.
Hey, if you could play in the dirt, man, you could hoop. Like that take a special skill. I know about that, man. I played in a lot of backyards. A lot of backyards, man. I got my first dunk off the tree. Yeah. Yeah, I got my first. Look, admit Pernell Coaston. Well, Pastor Pernell Coaston. Let me. Pastor Pernell Ford. Let me give him the respect that he's due. We used to go play in his mama backyard. You got to get a good running start and hit that tree just right. Yeah, man, those was the days. Yeah, man. So let's. I think we need to switch gears because we need to get into some of the fruit of how you got here. The grapevine passed by my ear again. Uh, that a lot of people were kind of upset with you for going up the road about 2.5 hours and playing with Lake City Elite. How much did that help you go and play with girls that you knew nothing about, where you
Man,
had to earn your stripes?
I've never ever. I've been unsure about a decision so many times, but the outcome has never, ever, ever made me realize that it was the right decision as much as the outcome did with Lake City Pride. The decision to play with them was probably the best decision ever, and it's not even necessarily for my career. He did live up to what he said would happen. I get my offers, and a lot of coaches would reach out, which is what happened. But I met some amazing people. I met some girls that I knew in the long run they are just like me. They're hard workers. They want the good for me as much as I want the good for them. They they're gonna strive for what they want. Like I just met some girls that are like me, and we just hit it off so good. And those they are probably the best teammates I've ever had besides the ones that I have at Southwood.
Can I be your
So,
teammate, man? Man, you make me want to lace them back up, man. Your energy is great. I talk to a lot of kids, man, and your energy is just infectious. Like you're gonna be great at everything that you put your hands on in life with that mentality and that energy, and you have a great swag about yourself. Again, you chose Northwestern to go and play collegiate basketball at your next level. Why?
um, my biggest thing is I want to go where a coach is honest and she's a how can I put this? She's a coach that pushes her players and she's allowing her players to also help her.
Her,
So
her is Coach Mims.
Coach Nims, what I mean by honest, first thing she told me was
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. I don't know if that's me or her. Can't hear you. I can't hear you though. I don't know if that's me or you, Jay. You muted.
oh, I was on mute, my bad. I didn't know. Okay.
It's cool.
What I meant by like an honest coach, she had told me about their she has told me how it changed. I don't remember like the exact numbers, but over the time their record has gotten like really, really good. And their points per game, their average had went up 17.1 points a game, and now they are recognized by ESPN, so now they're on national TV. So I looked it up for myself, and I just wanted to see like was she lying, and everything she said was true. So I was like, okay, that lets me know I can trust her. She's not lying about anything. And I went to a team camp with them, and she's a very, very fast-paced coach, and she actually reminds me of my high school coach, Coach Kendrick. She reminds me of him because she's fast-paced. She's pushing you. She's a loud coach. I don't really like quiet coaches. I don't. Um, cause it's weird. Like I've always believed that if a coach don't say nothing, that means he's done. So like I just need to know. You yelling shows me that okay, you still got a lot to teach. You got a lot to tell us. You still care. You want us to win. I don't like a quiet coach. And she's just a high energy coach. A lot of the times, coaches don't understand that their energy impacts our energy. It affects our energy. So her having good energy and pushing people to their best ability that helps the team and the players um and the players by themselves be a better person. And they have good energy. They want to be at practice. They want to play. They want to win. They don't just do this for fun. Like they do this because it's a game that they love now. So a lot of times being around a coach that always has something negative to say, doesn't have a positive attitude, that affects the player. That makes the players not want to be around the coach. That makes the players not want to come to the gym. That has a huge effect. So she's a very like she's a very, I'm not gonna say negative. She's a very transparent and positive attitude having person. So I want to be around that. And the players alone, they are like they're go getters and they have positive attitude. So I like being around
Your
them.
volume going down, Jermesha.
You can hear me
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
They the players themselves, they are very they're very uplifting and they are go getters, and I just want to be surrounded around it. And I mean, Northwestern checked everything off the book from the medical program to the athletics, everything. So I I just did what was best for me. And a lot of the times, I know people probably be like, "Why she going to Northwestern?" But when you like about the other colleges, when you have doubts, regardless if you can tell the doubts or not, when you have doubts, then you know it's not a good decision because you need to be 100% sure about your decision. And I was 100% sure about Northwestern. They didn't check no bad boxes off. So
Hey, that's really outstanding, man. Not only were you comfortable with the coach, you did some fact checking and research to see if she was a woman of her word. And that's, again, a lot of people don't do that. They're pressured into going play here because their handler is really making the decision for them. And then they get to a school and the coaches are a liar or lied to them or and not keeping their word in which they said that who they would be. And so kudos to you to continue to be a student. I think we're probably in a good space to shift gears again. Cracking, cracking, cracking. When you think about this final season at Southwood High School, sophomore year you guys were a second round team. Last year, tough loss to Lafayette High in the quarterfinals. What goals have you set individualistically and team wise for you guys and how you will compete in your senior season?
individually, I I'm not trying to sound like cocky or anything, but only thing that I really have to change is my work ethic, because my work ethic, I have to change it because for me to be a leader, I didn't have any impact on the other girls to make them get into the gym. So evidently my work ethic wasn't enough. So you know, I have to boost it up. And I'm fine with that. Whatever it takes to get these girls to be all in and willing to do anything to go to the state game, not just pass the quarterfinals, go to the state game. I'm willing to do anything because I need these girls to be all in just like me. I need them putting in extra work because just practice not going to be the only thing that helps this season. Especially now that we're in select bracket, we're playing teams that we never seen before. We're playing teams that are state champions. They probably not be in our class, but they are state champions regardless. So they know the experience. So we're playing teams like that. And for the whole team, we just, like I said, we just all need to buy in. And I'm just willing to do whatever it takes to get everyone to buy in. And I believe we still have a great season ahead of us because a lot of people, we had two girls that came over there. They were like they were our key to the state title. But honestly, we have the same team that we have now without them two girls there, and a lot of people they started to get discouraged because they was like the two girls that we wanted to see, they're not there no more. And I'm like, okay, but we still have the same team, and I believe if we just play the game that we know how to play and just forget about everything that's been happening, we're set.
Again, really, really solid because of the fact that you understand that it takes more. It's going to take for you to be more and do more in order for you guys to cross a plateau that you've never been to before, and that's always been the rule and not the exception. That if you want to do some things, get some things you've never had before, you have to do some things you've never done before, and so that means hard work within itself. I'm going to say some names. I'm going to say some names, and you give me your thoughts on the names I say. Ready? Huntington Lady Raiders basketball.
Um, that's our rivalry school, so I'm not gonna be too much positive about them, but they have always been a good team. Like if there's any game that we play besides Parkway, that's a team that it's either going to be a close game if both of us come to play, or if one of us don't play, somebody's going to get blew out the gym. That's just how good they are, and the coaches as well, Coach Ricky, Coach Sign, they're just good coaches alone to where they can make probably like a bad team or like a team that you wouldn't expect to, be on your level, they'll make them into a team that's going to compete. They always have competing attitude. They always ready. They just, they're ready for anybody who steps in front of them. And that's really all I have to say. Like, that's really the main thing I have to say about them. Like, they're always ready. They're not going to back down to no challenge. The coaches, they're going to make sure the girls have the basics, at least the basics, for them to be out there on the court. It don't have to be all fancy and all, between the legs, anything. As long as they play team ball, they hustle, they're good. Like, Huntington's just a good team.
Lafayette Lady Lions.
Lafayette. When we first, okay, last year when we were about to play them, a lot of people didn't believe in us. And I seen it for myself. Some people posted about it. And going against Lafayette, I mean, I would see why a lot of people would say that because Lafayette, they are high energy. They press. They're running up and down the court. Defense is very good. They have multiple, like probably 5, 6 people that can score 15 to 20 points apiece. They have they just have that team that comes together. Everybody contributes to something different, but it all equals up to something whole. Like when they're all on the court together, every piece is filled. So left is just that team that's you're gonna have to worry about multiple positions on the court. You can't stop one person and not worry about everybody. No, you have multiple people that you have to watch for on the court.
Um, last one. And this last one, I didn't know a lot about them a few years ago. It was like one day I saw them, and this was like maybe 3 years ago. It's probably around your sophomore year when I first, my eyes first caught them, and I was like, damn, they good. And that's Coach Mary and the Benton Lady Tigers. Uh, what's that been like for you?
Playing them, you have to worry about the players, but she's just just a great coach. She's an awesome coach. Like the team that they had this year, you wouldn't even expect that team to be there because you would just look at the girls and like, oh, this should be an easy game. No, she's a very disciplined coach. She's going to discipline her girls, and regardless of what their talent level is, she's going to make sure that they have discipline. They're they're strong. They're athletic. That's what she needed, and she just can turn a nothing team to a dominant team. So it's not even words that you can say about that. Like she's state title champions 2 years. Um, she she's just a great coach, and her players contribute to it as well because they know how to listen. So they're
Right.
buying in and they understand that what she's saying is correct. So that's just all around good.
I agree with you, man. Like, yeah, she like that. She like that as a coach for real. Um, tell me your favorite lady hooper, and I'm gonna tell you my favorite lady hooper.
My favorite player in high school,
Nah, just period in general, like college, pro, like who you like who would you go and who would you want to pick to go into a battle with 2-on-2 versus me?
that's easy. That's Atlanta Beard.
Wait, what?
That's Atlanta Beard. And it's not solely it's she's my favorite because for one, I goes to her school, and two, her records are records that I'm trying to beat. So it's pushing me every day. So I have to not only look up to her, but I have to push myself to be better
She a
than her.
dookie, man. Come on, bro.
No, she's not. She's retired now, duh. But if she was still playing, I would pick her. Either
I
her or I'd probably pick Candace Parker with her tall self.
Hey, and I'm bringing my girl TT with me, head coach of the Virginia Lady Cavaliers, Tina Thompson. Yeah, I got a shooter on my team, Doc. And she can play in that
I'm
little
not worried
place
about
on
nothing.
the
I'm gonna stick
box.
with them too, and I'm still win.
Wait, what? I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
lock
stick with
you
them
up.
too, and I'm
All
still
right,
win.
so you pick two. I get to pick two.
Pick two.
All right, I'm bringing my other girl with me, and it ain't even close. Simone Augusta. Yeah, yeah. Best mid range
Man,
game ever. Huh? Huh?
I ain't saying nothing. I don't do no
Right,
talking. I'm gonna
right.
pick my two. I don't do no talk. I'm gonna pick my two, and we gonna go to war.
ATT and Simone. Don't make me call Simone. Don't make me get my phone and call Simone now. Don't put top,
Man,
top. Now, hey, it's been real cool, man. Thank you, Jermesha, for hanging out with me for a little bit.
thank you for
And
having me.
it's been really great watching you grow, watching you blossom. I'm gonna always keep a good close eye on you guys because that's just what I do. I keep, although I may not always be able to make it, to one of your college games, but I'm always keeping up with your numbers and all that other stuff. So it's been real fun. You're a super highly intelligent basketball player and a super highly intelligent student athlete. So I know nothing but great things are going to come to you in your future. Again, may God phenomenally bless everything that you touch. Any parting shout outs?
I just have to say thank you for having me. And one thing, to all the athletes out there, never stop working. Um, if you know you can do it, you will achieve it. So just always have that attitude to go get it. And I promise you, things that you didn't even think would happen for you will start happening.
Man, truer words have never been spoken. Thank you. Remember, get off the bench, get into the game.